In 2016, a tiny bear cub was discovered near a private airport, and no one knew how he got there or what happened to his mother. The pilot suspected she was killed by hunters. Realizing the cub couldn't survive alone, they named him Mansur and brought him to the airport while they searched for a new home for him. He quickly became a beloved member of the airport community, often accompanying the pilots as they worked on planes, even playfully helping with repairs by running around with tools. One day, when the little cub was very naughty, the pilots locked him out of the plane to cool off. The little bear began to cry, so one of the pilots, Andre, started petting him. The cub responded by hugging his leg. He was just a baby who needed a little love, and that is how this incredible bond between a man and a bear began. Of course, the original plan was to release the bear into the wild when he was old enough, but the bear has become too attached to humans. He will certainly survive in the wild, but he is not afraid of people, and he will come closer to the villagers, and the villagers will not be able to tell if he is a friendly bear or not, and they might end up shooting him. So they found what they thought would be the perfect bear reserve. Unfortunately, the pilots were deceived. The bear ended up with the poachers who sold him to train hunting dogs. When the pilots found out, they would pretend to have a dog for training in order to find the location. When they got there, they were horrified. Their friend was kept in terrible conditions, locked in a small cage in his own excrement, not without difficulty, but they managed to get him back. Mansur immediately recognized his rescuers and they began to hug. The bear was so dirty that the pilots had to take him to the nearest lake to clean him up before they could bring him back to the airport. After what the poachers had done to the bear, the thought of it happening again was unbearable, so the pilots decided to raise the bear themselves. They appealed to the public and raised $46,000 to build a spacious enclosure for Mansur. Now the bear is a local celebrity and is often visited by tourists. Mansur has a very healthy diet. The pilots consulted with the professionals, and his diet even varies between seasons. His favorite treats are eggs, nuts, tomatoes, watermelon, and berries. And yes, he loves honey too. And although some visitors try to feed him junk food like chips, he refuses. He is a very smart bear. He loves water and bathing. He even has his own pool and spends most of his time in the water during the hot summer days. In the winter, he hibernates like any other bear. Mansur is a very modern bear. He earns his own money. It is very expensive to keep the bear. So the pilots organized 24 live stream on YouTube to raise funds for the bear. And that is how this amazing footage was captured. A tiny, cheeky hedgehog was giving the bear a hard time. Mansur is not aggressive and loves to play with Andre. However, for safety reasons, visitors are not allowed to get too close. After all, he is still a dangerous wild animal, but with Andre, he turns into a teddy bear. He thinks of him as a father or an older brother and always respects his authority. To show his affection, he licks his hands and face. His favorite game is to wrestle with his dad, and it is amazing how the bear controls his strength. Don't be fooled, the bear weighs 650 pounds and can easily crack a coconut just by standing on it lightly, but during these playtimes he is very gentle. He can only scratch Andre lightly when he gets carried away. My cat does more damage to me at playtime, and Mansur enjoys his daily tummy rubs like a good boy. Watching this amazing relationship is heartwarming, and although Mansur is a happy bear, Andre is very sad that he will never be able to return to the wild. His dream is to open a bear rehabilitation center where orphaned, injured, or sick bears can receive help and then be released back into the wild where they belong. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel where you will find many more interesting stories.